feel really bad about it, but I just had to kick Mia out of the seat that I'm sitting in. It was very, very funny. But I tried to get her to sit in my seat, like, with me, and she wasn't having any of that. And she made all kinds of cry noises. Poor little thing. So yeah, hi. Long time no see. Hi, Cables. Yeah, I know, poor baby. She was really, really upset about it. I tried to get her to sit in my lap, but she didn't want to do that either. So, welcome to my kitchen. In case you hadn't noticed, the cupboards are not finished. Yes, she is suffering so much. So, I don't know if you saw my pictures on Twitter, I think. But basically, I started painting my kitchen cabinets white, and it's coming out really well, but it's taking many, many, many coats. So I'm slowly but surely, I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, apparently it's not. I'm slowly but surely painting the cabinets. I haven't done any of it in about 2 weeks. Well, it'll be 2 weeks on Thursday or something like that, but... So... Thanks, Cables! Yeah, but Twitter is an excellent place for you to stay up to date with not only my kitchen cabinet painting endeavors, but like everything. I really only post things to Twitter regularly. Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Do you need... Okay, she got it. For some reason, she is just obsessed with handlebags, and she likes to wear them as capes. And her face was stuck in it. Mia, I really don't want you to do that. Mia. Don't do that. Anyway, so she's just gonna keep going. If the music is too loud, let me know and I'll turn it down a little bit. The rummaging noises is my cat trying to get into a bag that's too small for her to sit in. She's a 17-pound cat, usually. And it's like a little handle bag. Anyway. So, one of the reasons why I was painting the kitchen cabinets was because MVP's family came to visit, and we wanted to, like, actually make the place presentable, and that didn't end up happening, so, like, the way the cabinets are right now, that's what they were like the whole time they were here. So, it's pretty embarrassing, and my attempt at making her feel better about living in a dump didn't pan out because it was still a dump when they got here, so. But we had a good time. Her birthday party was on Saturday. We went to a baseball game, and I had to work towards the beginning of the week. We went to Boston on Sunday, though, and we got to try some of the new items off of the vegan menu at Wagamama, which was really good. So when we went to the Standing Stone Games meetup at PAX in the spring, we went to Wagamama, and we just asked for them to make things on the menu vegan, and now they have a vegan menu at the Faneuil Hall location anyway. And they were definitely different than what we had gotten before, but I thought they were still pretty good. MVP wasn't really impressed with her pad thai, but I liked my tofu ramen. I had to get ramen. And I got a juice, and it was delicious. But the thing I liked the most about that particular trip was that we got iced coffee from Starbucks afterwards, and that was delicious. I don't know. Whenever you get Starbucks coffee from Starbucks, it's just even better than if you buy Starbucks beans and you make it at home. But yeah, we went to, we brought them to Salem, Massachusetts, and we got to try out this new pizza place that had some vegan options. It was actually, they called it their Vulcan menu because in Star Trek the Vulcans are vegetarians. I think it was called Flying Saucer, the Flying Saucer. Everything in there was space themed. It was really cool. So that was great. And then on Friday we went to Newport, Rhode Island, and we just ate at Panera Bread. We toured 2 historic mansions and had a trolley ride. So basically we got to the Transit Authority in Newport, Rhode Island, and got on the trolley. It took us like around, dropped us off at one of the mansions. We did the tour in the mansion and had barely enough time to shop at the gift shop and then get back to the trolley. Did a little bit more of a tour, went to the next mansion, same thing. As soon as we were done, we like ran to the cafe to get a snack because there was still more of the tour. So it was really difficult. It was a challenging day. And then it was trying to rain on us when we got back to the car. So that's why we didn't get like local food. We just went to Panera because it was across the street from the transit station. So yeah, but I've missed streaming, and I kind of have, like, I spent all day on Sunday working on the website and the stream and thoughts. Are you stuck? Do you need help? Okay, she got it. So I feel like at this point, oh, I made the newsletter too. Yeah, I know, right? She's crazy. I made a newsletter for my mailing list, and looking at all of the videos from last month, I think everything went really well. And I kind of feel like going forward, I'm just going to keep focusing on coming up with original recipes and finding new ways to incorporate healthier ingredients into like regular dishes. So that's what we're going with. I'm easing myself back into streaming. So this week, today I'm just prepping veggies. Tomorrow I'm gonna play around with making some spice mixes. And that's something that I've been trying to work towards for a long time. So like, you have mixes for things, right? So like you have store-bought soup mixes, you got store-bought curry sauce. Hey, what is it you're trying to tell me? What? What is the matter? She is just on a tear today. Anyway, so what I would really like to try to do for the future is to come up with some spice blends that I can use to make dishes like simmer sauces that you get at the store, but just spices. And then you can put the coconut milk and the tomatoes in there, and then whatever vegetables or meat or protein that you want. And it'll make things a lot easier. And you won't have to buy a jar of simmer sauce. So that's the first thing that I want to do. The next kind of mix thing that I want to try out is baking mixes. And I'm going to be trying out like the chickpea flour baking mixes, multigrain baking mixes, you know, stuff for waffles and pancakes and flatbreads, and quick breads. Just so that it's a lot easier to plan for something without having to put a whole lot of time into it. Does that make sense? Waffles, I know. Alright, so let's see what's up with chat. Bookworm says, you sound like my dad who went on a trip and comes back will end up describing what he had for food more than anything else. Yes. For me, traveling is just a great opportunity to try different types of food. I mean, I like art and nature and taking pictures and experiences, but part of the experience of travel is what you eat while you're going there. So Oh, Cable, that sounds difficult. Cable says, I've been on a bread kick lately, just need to really perfect a good white bread recipe while fighting a useless oven. Yeah. I actually used to make bread for me and MVP. Yeah, just plain white bread with the KitchenAid standing mixer recipe. They have a book, and it called for like eggs or butter or something, and I just left them out. I might have added a little bit more oil. I can try to find the recipe if you want to try, like, experiment with it. I really liked it, but it'll take me a long time to find because I don't make it anymore. I used to make it like every 2 weeks, and one batch would make 2 loaves, and it would last us that amount of time. Is that an email? Nope, somebody else is streaming. Anyway, so I am really welcoming this opportunity to just sit here and talk about stuff because I've had a really, like, I don't want to say stressful, but just aggravating day. And it feels good to just sit here and, like, breathe, have some tea. In my little mermaid mug, I brewed some chaga and buttermint tea. It's very nice. And when I got home today, it was 68 degrees inside my house, and that makes me very mad. Because it's only September. And I don't want to have to turn on the heat yet. I actually have my space heater on because I can't survive in this frigid temperature. I have I don't want to call it a disease. It's like a condition. I have primary Raynaud's disease, phenomenon, whatever. So basically, I was born with capillaries that are too short, and when it's cold, like under 68 degrees, they constrict, and basically the blood stops flowing to my fingers and my toes, and sometimes my nose and my ears and the back of my head. So cold and me don't really get along. Oh no, Cables, that sounds horrible. Yeah, my garden's pretty much done. I think I have maybe 3 more yellow tomatoes and maybe a couple beans left growing outside. The cucumbers are definitely done. The zucchini we pulled up maybe 2 weeks ago. They're just ready to be done. But feels good to just sit here and listen to this music. Hey, how's it going, Bear? Drop Bear? Would you rather me call you Drop Bear or Ansix? I was just telling everybody that I'm decompressing. So I worked until 2:30 today, and I didn't have a bad day, but I was just irritated most of the day. And it feels good to just sit here and kind of like talk. So that's what I was doing. But I think I'm gonna start chopping some stuff. And yeah, tell me about your day and stuff. Just don't call you late for dinner, alright. This cat though, hey! Can you stop getting into everything, please? Mimar, you want to sit up here? Come here. You want to sit with me? Come on. Come on. Come on. What's the matter? What is it? You have so many things to complain about. She is just like scratching everything and trying to get into every bag that she can find. And I really have no idea why. I just harvested pretty much the last of my basil like 2 days ago, and I'm looking at this bag and it's already got tons of purple leaves in it, which is really frustrating. And for some reason my refrigerator isn't closing all the way, so that's fun too. Oh, it's 6:23 a.m. there. Wow. Whereabouts are you? I am in what they refer to in the United States, the Northeast. Eastern time zone. It's a pretty normal time for you. It is for me too. I actually usually... Oh, the cat's here. Here's the cat. I started my day today at 4? I woke up at 4. I don't particularly like waking up that early, but it was required. Does it? My username kind of gives it away. Yeah, I'm sorry, you got me with that one. I really have no idea. If that's supposed to tell me something, I don't understand it. So, how do you get Australia from your name? I'm curious because I don't recognize anything from Drop Bear Antics that would indicate that. Oh, first thing in the morning for you. But how does your username kind of give it away? Is there something in Australia called a drop bear? So I am right now just chopping lettuce for salads and wraps. Drop bears? Oh, is that another name for koalas? See, I'm learning all kinds of new things. I don't know these things. I mean, I'm kind of smart, but I've never heard that before. Aren't they like angry fake koalas? What? I didn't know this. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. This is fascinating. This fascinates me. Drop bears and look at the Australia Museum entry for them. Okay. I will try to do that. Hello? Oh boy, okay. So Cable has redeemed exclamation point cookie with her beans. So the channel currency is beans. And if you spend beans, you can feed me a cookie. So now I have to go get the cookies. Hold on just a sec. Thank you, Cable. So today we are still eating Oreo Thins. This one's for you, Cable. Thank you. They're lemon filled. Yummy. I agree, Cable. Yes, so part of what I'm doing today is preparing veggies for the week because MVP, who is also a streamer, and I don't have shout out set up, sorry. I keep forgetting to do that. She just started doing Weight Watchers. So vegetables and fruits are 0 points. So to help her with her health journey, I am trying to make sure we have as many vegetables ready for the week as possible. Yes, Drop Bear. That's actually pretty much everything that I do is rabbit food. But, I mean, I do indulgent rabbit food sometimes. Like, I made donuts a couple weeks ago that were really good. But I try to make healthier food most of the time. That is just getting everywhere. So yeah, poor MVP is on Weight Watchers. I'm trying to be supportive. Give her all the tools she needs to be successful. Certain greens that you just won't touch? Well, this is just lettuce. How do you feel about lettuce? I have a few of those. Whoa! Lettuce is running away. I hate chard, for instance. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. So, basically what I did here was like a really fast lettuce prep. This I got in a package from the store. And typically I find those to not have a whole lot of bugs in them. If I had bought this from the farm stand, I would have rinsed it like 3 times because those are just filled with aphids and spiders. Bear likes iceberg lettuce because lettuce, but cuz lettuce. And the other super mega bitter stuff, no thanks. Yeah, I don't make a point to eat a whole lot of greens. If I do, I have them in other things. So like lettuce, I'll have as a salad, but I don't typically use like spring mix or spinach in a salad. I just can't stomach it. I'll do a green smoothie. You know, like put some baby kale or baby spinach in with a banana and some protein powder. That I love. Like, you can't really taste it at that point, but I agree. Yeah, baby spinach is great. And the store that I shop at doesn't typically carry iceberg lettuce, but this romaine is not too bad. So I typically just get that. Okay, so I've got that all set. So, close, damn you! I should probably have a bowl for compost. This had my tomatoes from the garden in it earlier. I'm down to just a few left. Cable hates arugula. Yeah, there was one time that I had a dish with arugula on it that was actually really good. It was like a pizza at a movie theater. It was actually delicious. That is the only time that I have eaten it and not been horribly disappointed. Yeah, for protein powder, I usually add it, but just because I don't eat a whole lot of stuff that's high in calories to begin with. So, like, the green smoothie, that's all I would have for breakfast. So, like, banana, maybe a cup of greens, and then 1/2 to a scoop of protein powder, so 10 to 20 grams, and then, like, a non-dairy milk, whatever is cheapest, usually. So, that's really not a whole lot of calories or protein just to start with. And then my snacks throughout the day are like a granola bar or a protein bar or nuts. So yeah, if you can totally get enough protein through your diet, you don't need to supplement with protein powder. But when I'm at work, I eat a lot of stuff on the move and I don't really get enough protein. You like wheatgrass juice? I absolutely hate wheatgrass. Good for you. That's really good for you, actually. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these vegetables yet, but I'm going to go ahead and chop them just so they're ready. So I got these tomatoes, just in case. So I'm just going to set them over with the rest of the tomatoes. I'm going to chop these peppers. And these sweet potatoes are for me. Potatoes cost points on Weight Watchers. So depending on how good MVP does with her points, she may or may not be eating whole lot of starches. I'll have to check in with her at some point today and see how she's doing. So, when I'm done prepping all the veggies, I'm gonna experiment with making something for her. And my thoughts were either to do like a chickpea salad or a black bean and tomato salad. And then I'm gonna be eating some of that with rice in a wrap or hummus. I'd be so in the negatives if that were the case. Yes, Bear, I absolutely agree. So it seems like with the Weight Watchers, and I've only been looking at what she has on her app, so I'm sure she has a lot more information that she's gotten like via email or whatever, because it's a program you pay for, so you're privy to more information than like somebody just looking for it online that doesn't have access. But fruits and vegetables are free. Beans are free, so long as they're not like baked beans. Like added sugar and added oil and anything that has like fats in it count points. So like grains also count points. So for the most part, she's trying to eat beans, and tofu is also 0 points. So like beans, tofu, vegetables, and fruits. And I haven't checked in with her today to see how she's doing, but those things are not really like her preferred foods. She loves to have toast for breakfast, granola, cereal, sandwiches. So we found some soups at the store that are low points, but I'd like to give her like some more fresh, like homemade stuff to eat. So that's my goal. Yeah, I love legumes. But, so yeah, basically what I'm going to be trying to do for her is make things that the both of us can eat, and then I can add my fats and starches to it, and then she can just have it as is. So like it still needs to be filling, so the beans and the really fiber-rich vegetables and fruits are going to be part of the ingredients, but I'm going to be using them as well. So like, I'm not on Weight Watchers. I'm not trying to lose weight. If I was trying to lose weight, I would want you guys to be concerned about me, because I don't think I need to. That'll be for broccoli, and these will be for my peppers. So I'm basically going to cut all the peppers and keep them all together, because for the most part, the different kinds of peppers, they all taste the same. And depending on what I'm using them for, I'm just going to use all of them. Even though the nutritional value might be the same, the different phytonutrients in the various colored veggies is really important. You want to get as much of a variety in your diet as possible when it comes to your vegetables. And color is included in that. Hello? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry for this, y'all. I keep getting all kinds of random phone calls recently. I'm not happy about it. Alright, chat. Mushies are good. Mushrooms. MVP hates mushrooms. I am on Team Mushroom, but MVP is not. True story. I saw a container of fancy mixed mushrooms the other day. It was $12, and I would very much love to find a reason to buy it, but I would be basically making it for myself. So I haven't taken that plunge yet. Well, I mean, she can eat them, but she just doesn't like them. So she is of the opinion that fungus is a friend and not a food. It's very difficult being vegetarian and not eating fungus, but she has managed to do it for 8 years. I like mushrooms. Yeah, she just doesn't like them on principle. Like, because they're such a foreign type of vegetable. Like they're alive. Yeah, black mold, that's a good point. I know, I don't know. She just has this aversion. She's not the only one, too. We have another friend who's vegetarian who's the same way. And they were actually friends before MVP went vegetarian, so I'm not sure if she has anything to do with that, but it definitely makes me sad. Hot cereal type thing. Like, you know, like oatmeal? Or cream of wheat or anything like that? I actually hated oatmeal until MVP showed me how she makes it. And, it's definitely not the same as you would get out of a packet. No, she does drink alcohol. It's not like okay, so it just weirds her out. So like mushrooms grow underground, right? And they like reproduce, and basically the under the ground is the living part of the mushroom, and then all these things that come out are what you eat, right? And it just freaks her out. Like she will do yeast in the form of bread and beer, but mushrooms is just something she can't get behind. Bookworm doesn't like them because of texture. Yeah, so I had shiitake mushrooms for the first time, maybe last month or the month before, and those I was not fond of. They were very, very, like, spongy. Like, I've seen people make bacon recipes using shiitake mushrooms, and I could see how that would work, but it's, like, really chewy. I wasn't crazy about it. But I like portobellas and just regular white mushrooms. Bear, you just, there's no sense around it. I know it's just the fruit of the fungus. You're arguing with the wrong person. I know. I have tried. I don't understand it myself, but that's her prerogative, so I'm not gonna force her to eat them if she doesn't want to. Okay, so now I'm gonna trim off these butts here and use these too. The dog is convinced that he's going to get some. She is not. Usually I just keep these for making vegetable broth, but I actually have a bag full of vegetable throwaways right now, so I don't need any. Bookworm likes the chewy ones. It was definitely different. I wasn't expecting them to be like that. And then Dark Prince, which, hi, by the way. I'm sorry, I saw you come in and I didn't say hi. I apologize. He says, have you tried lobster mushrooms? No. Are they like lobster? I haven't seen those anywhere. Do they have another name? Like, Baby Bella mushrooms are also called cremini mushrooms. Okay. So I now have 5 cups of chopped peppers. Awesome. Tea break. Yeah, hold your nose afterwards. Yeah. We eat a lot of beans already, so it doesn't bother us as much. Oh yeah, you guys missed it at the beginning. The tea that I'm drinking is chaga with mint. Chaga is a mushroom. There is a fungus that overtakes the mushroom and changes its taste and structure. It tastes just like a lobster. Weird. I have not tried it. I actually have never had lobster before. So I'm not sure how, yeah, I mean, I'd have to try it. I don't know if I would like it or not. I have no idea. But I'm willing to try if I ever find them. Alright. Whereabouts are you? Are you able to buy them locally? It's a colorful mushroom, huh? That's cool. I have a cookbook, a Mexican cookbook, that uses oyster mushrooms instead of chicken in almost all of its, like, chicken-based recipes, and I can't make any of them because MVP won't eat them. You buy them from a company in Quebec. That's cool. I'll have to check it out. I have an Amazon gift card that I haven't spent yet. Maybe I can find some on Amazon to try. Oh, Rusty can have some broccoli. He's been waiting so patiently for a treat. Yeah, he's not on camera. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. He's pulled a little muscle or something again. He's been getting doggy aspirin the past few days. And he actually seems to be doing pretty good today. I tried to get him an appointment with the vet, and unless it's an emergency, they don't have any openings until next week. And he already has an appointment scheduled for the 21st. He's getting his teeth cleaned. So he'll be unconscious, and I think they'll be able to take a really good look and see what's been bothering him while they're doing that. But he's been getting doggy aspirin. It doesn't bother him, like, really at all. He just walks around with his paw up occasionally. And, I mean, it's adorable, but obviously he's doing it for a reason. When I got home today, all he wanted to do was play fetch, and I felt bad because I didn't want him to do that. I don't want him to hurt himself anymore, you know? Like, he's just so happy, and he just tries to be a good boy all the time. And yeah, I feel bad. But we'll get them all sorted. Okay, cool. That's great. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna do with most of these veggies, but they'll be ready for me. Yeah, silly doggo. So, that didn't take much time. I think what I'm gonna do is play around with some bean salads. So let me see what I have. We stocked up on, we got black beans and chickpeas, but I want to make sure that I don't use anything she's already claimed. What's this? Black beans. Hi, Rusty. What are you doing? I've got lots of coconut cream and pineapple juice, but I don't think that's gonna help anything. Okay. Don't have extra chickpeas. Okay. So, I've got these black beans. And we only got one thing of tomatoes. Well, let me ask her if I can use her tomatoes. question for you guys. There's a ton of different types of curries, right? So like you have, I can't pronounce them all. Here, let me show you one. Oop, that's not what I want. I want messages. So like, go to the store and you get these simmer sauces, right? So this one is called Rogan Josh Curry. And they have different flavors too. So like, I think the last one that I got was Jaziri curry. So my question is, if you guys have any favorite types of curry, like tikka masala, butter chicken. I'm curious because I'm aware of what I can find at the store. And this is what I'm going to be trying to make at home. Okay. Okay, message sent. Cable only really eats tikka masala. So the Jaziri curry or whatever we had last time was pretty good. I don't really remember. I think it had cardamom in it? Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Why don't I just go to this company's website? The tax. It must have been another company. Anyway. But yeah, so like if I look at the ingredients list here, it basically tells me where I need to start. So the spices in this are not given 100%, but it has garlic, ginger, paprika, salt, cardamom, turmeric, and cilantro. So my plan was to also look at some recipes online, and like compare and contrast, and then kind of like see, like make up spice mix that's potentially similar, and just experiment with that. Because I mean, these aren't super expensive, but I would rather just be able to have the spice mix available and then just stock up on like coconut milk and tomato sauce, and that way when I want to make something, I can just put the 2 cans in there, add the spices and whatever veggies that I want, and I'll be super ready. She hasn't... Hi! What? Oh my goodness! Oh, hey! Shush! My goodness! Stop! Look out! Look out! Oh, hold on just a second. I have somebody at my door, so I'm going to turn my microphone down. Alright, so tomorrow is primary day. And in New Hampshire, people are very into politics. So I just got leafleted. So yeah. Prince says, I have a young friend who was crazy for the butter chicken. I myself only like the Vindaloo. Vindaloo! That's one I totally forgot about. Hi, why are you freaking out? Okay. The butter chicken, I make butter chickpeas, and I absolutely adore it. Bork, 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 yes. Any hoot. MVP is not writing me back. I'm gonna call her real quick. This is riveting television, I know. She's too busy to talk to me. Okay. So we're just gonna do it and see what happens. So my thought is that I'm gonna mix these together with some lime juice and some chili powder. And maybe some chopped onion. So let's see what this has in it. Just chili peppers and cilantro. Okay. So I think I'm gonna need to drain both of these. Rusty, look out. Here we go. Ah! Everything in my house is kind of stacked on top of each other right now because I've emptied out all my cupboards. So that's fun. Rusty, you have to get out of the way. Can you go lay down in the other room? Go lay down. Go lay down. Rusty, thank you. Poor doggo just wants to be where all of the excitement is. I really hope I don't get anybody else knocking on my door. Because I don't really have time to talk to everybody. There's literally six people running for Congress on the Democratic ballot tomorrow, and like 4 or 5 on the Republican one. So there's like a ton of people who will potentially come by. Yes, exactly. And there's no can opener in there. Ugh. See, so I don't know if you guys were around. I don't think all of you were around when I first started streaming. So basically, the story was that I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for things to be perfect. And then I was just waiting forever. And I'm like, you know what? Things are never going to be perfect. I won't have a perfect kitchen. And I won't have the most best awesome equipment right away. So I'm just gonna do it. And I could have waited until the kitchen was done to start streaming again. But that would have taken a long time too. So here we are. So what's the chat saying? Bear is of the opinion, if you don't vote, then you can't complain about the government. I am also of that opinion, and have many family members who like to disagree with me. But, whatever. Let's not talk about them. I actually worked with a gentleman who also didn't vote. But he liked to, like, give each side the hardest time. And then you would ask him, but you didn't even vote! He just liked to complain about everything. Bookworm hates when there's nobody good to vote for. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty much always the case. But my dad always used to tell me that you just have to vote for the least of the evils. And that's kind of the way that I do it. Like, I don't really agree with most politicians. Because you can't always necessarily believe them anyway. Like, so your job is supposed to represent your constituents, right? Well, when you get to whichever form of government that you've been elected to, if nobody else in the chamber agrees with you, it's very hard to, like, actually get accomplished what it is you set out to do. So it's not always the politician's fault. And then when you're dealing with something like the United States Congress, there's just so much money involved. I imagine it's very difficult for people in Congress to not become corrupt just because there's so much money being shoved in your face all the time. Voting is compulsory in Australia. It should be compulsory here. We have such low voter turnout most of the time, it's embarrassing. Bookworm says, but sometimes you can't tell who the least of the evils would be, and I extremely unhappy last presidential election with who I had to choose between. Yeah, no, I know. I voted for someone else entirely, even though that person can win. Yeah, that's what my brother did. I mean, that's voting. I mean, it really sucks. I agree. Like, I didn't want to vote for either of those people. Or I guess technically I could have voted for whoever I wanted. You're right, but... And then you have to deal with everybody else's bullshit. But, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, we have good ones and we have bad ones. It goes back and forth. Nobody's perfect. And that's another thing that I also think about politics, right? So, I think a lot of people expect politicians to be like these really awesome moral compasses. And that's just not, like, they're humans, right? Everybody is a human being. Nobody is completely honest and good and free of mistakes. Like, everybody's gonna make mistakes. Nothing is gonna go perfectly. It's like clergy, right? Your job as a clergy person is to help other people, right? Well, you're not gonna be able to do that all the time. And I know some people, I think some people put way too much trust in clergy people too, and obviously that's the case, but same thing goes for politicians and teachers. Anybody in a place of authority. Bookworm was out of the country on election day, so you voted early. It was really scary. Like, really. Alright. So far, I have a can of black beans drained and rinsed, and a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. And I've already checked online. Both of these things are 0 points. So I'm also going to add some corn, because corn is also 0 points. I'm not sure how exactly, but it is. I'm not saying like there's a specific type of person you need to watch out for. I'm just saying that some people, like, will blindly trust another person because they're in a place of authority or respect. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, hey, it's my baby. Hi, honey.
Hi, sorry, I was plasma cutting with Richard.
No, that's okay. I'm streaming, and I just wanted to know if I could use your can of tomatoes to make you a salad for tomorrow, and then I went ahead and I used it anyway. So.
Great.
That's it. So I'm making you a black bean and tomato salad with corn and vegetables.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds wonderful.
That's it.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. She doesn't sound too mad at me. She says that sounds wonderful. Yes, Bookworm, I also agree. Well, that's like what I was saying just a little while ago. Like, even if you have like the most pure person on the planet who has all, you know, these good intentions to go into whatever office to change things for the better, it's not like anybody can just go in there and like fix it all. Like, people have to work together. So like, say this person goes in and they want to do a specific thing, like make everybody eligible for getting a free puppy, right? Well, someone who's already in the office doesn't want puppies, like they hate puppies. They're not gonna vote on your bill to get everybody a free puppy. Like, I mean, that's why we vote for more people. Like, there has to be a lot of people. They have to discuss things. They have to decide what's in the best interest for everybody. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen regularly, but still. Yes, she does. Okay. I'm gonna give this a good stir. And I'm gonna get my lime juice. I know. But what about the puppies? What do the puppies want? Oh god. How am I gonna find all my measuring utensils? Ah! Sorry. I didn't mean to scream at you. Okay. Let's do 2 teaspoons of lime juice. I don't want it to be too watery. Just want to give it a little tanginess. And then I need like chili powder. That sounds like a good option. If I can find it. Oh hey, look, it's right here. Oh, that's convenient. Okay, so I just added a teaspoon of chili powder. So I'm just gonna mix it up and then taste it. And then I might add some of this pepper mix to it too. And I'm sure the flavors will mix together a little bit more as it sits in the refrigerator. but just so I have an idea. There is a tiny amount of spice from the chili peppers. What else could I do? Smoked paprika, maybe. Smoked paprika and cumin would be a good addition. I tried to keep all of my spices easily accessible. Because, let's face it, I kind of knew that I was not going to get done on time. Like, I kind of feel like I'm never gonna get done on time in most situations, so I try to set myself up for success for when plan B is required. And my plan is for eventually for there to be like a regular cabinet with a counter there too. So I have more storage space for everything. Come on, man! Ow! Okay, we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And a teaspoon of cumin. Yes, my bot has just reminded me to tell you all about my mailing list. I just sent out the new one yesterday. So if you go to my Twitter, there's a link to it. And that will give you links to all of the VODs that I've saved from last month. We made donuts and ice cream and some bean fritters that were really delicious. That is the only recipe from last month that I don't have online yet. Actually, the recipes for everything else are in the text of each VOD, so go me. My goal is for once a month when I do the newsletter is to make sure that the website and the VOD and the Discord all have the recipes from the months on them, with few exceptions. So like, if I'm working on something that's an experiment, I might not post it on the website if it's not finished. But like, the donuts that I made, the ice cream that I made, those will definitely be on there as soon as possible. That's pretty good. It's still a little bland. Maybe I could just add some salt and pepper. And BP can add as much hot sauce as she wants to. What it could really use is some fresh chopped cilantro, but I forgot to get some. Okay. So, I feel like this is a good stopping point for that. But I am going to add a little bit of the diced pepper. And I'm basically just going to chop these more finely and then just fill it up in this cup. Your guts really like raw vegetables, unless you have some digestive issue. Like by default, your little gut bugs, they really like fiber. And raw veggies are an excellent source of fiber. Oh, hi, Jinx! Hi, Jinx! Are you still at work? Are you home? How's your day? We are making a 0-point bean salad for me and MVP to eat for the next few days. My plan is for MVP to be able to eat this as is, or maybe with some lettuce. And then I'm going to put it in some wraps with lettuce and maybe some rice. Just clocked out. Cool. I was telling everybody earlier that I was pretty irritated all day today. Like, I didn't have a bad day, but I don't know. You know, you have like one of those days where you're just not feeling it. That was my day. But it feels so good to be here, just cutting peppers into tiny small pieces. I don't know why, but it's just liberating to me. You're gonna go buy something? Where are you going? You missed, we had a political leaf letter come by, left some information for me. That's actually the first person that I've talked to. I haven't had any people leave things on my door for this one. And the primary is tomorrow, so whoops. Oh my gosh. Can you find it? Is that it? The dog is here to help. No, I don't see it anywhere, buddy. Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty good. I like that. I keep forgetting I need to write all these things down, so I'm gonna grab a notepad and a pen real quick. And I'm gonna turn off the heat, because it's 75 in here now. Thank goodness. Hey, buddy. So this is my little recipe book. How's Rusty doing? Rusty's doing good. He is standing on both paws right now, and then he just lifted it up. He has arthritis, I guess. So it comes and goes. So I feel like he's either just having a muscle pain or he pulled something. He did have an incident with the baby. The baby scared him, and he just jumped right off of the sofa. So that is usually how he injures himself. He just flings himself enthusiastically. But he hasn't cried or whimpered or moaned or anything like that. So whatever he did, it's not bothering him. Like, it's like an inconvenience, but he doesn't seem to be in pain. He lets me touch his feet. He walks on both of them. He's standing on both of them right now. But he has been getting doggy aspirin once a day, just to help out. And I put some turmeric in his food last night. I did, yeah. He's like, do you have any vegetables for me? Hi, Sagra. I'm just writing down the recipe for this black bean salad that I made. I am trying to make sure that I get these online for you guys. Yeah. Sagrith, I think in order to see how many beans you have to click on the treasure chest that's on the screen. I could be wrong, but I think that's how you can tell. But you can also, that's how you use the redeem. too. For some reason, I can't get it to work for you to type it in there and for it to come up. Like, you have to use the extension. Okay, so we have 1 can of beans, 1 can of diced tomatoes with chilies, 1 cup of frozen corn kernels. What else did I put in here? A 1/3 cup chopped peppers. And then spices, right? Lime juice, 2 teaspoons. Lime juice, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon smoked paprika, and salt and pepper, right? Cool. Yeah. That'll be really tasty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why? What? Hush. No barking. Rusty, stop. Stop. Rusty, there's nobody outside. Stop. Sorry for all the barking, guys. Look out, baby. So I apologize for being off the screen. I'm looking for a place to put these delicious beans, and I don't know where all my containers are. So because all of my things are in this plastic cupboard, I don't have all of my containers. Like, I have big glass containers, but I'm not really sure where in the cupboard they are because everything is piled up on them. So that's fun. But we're gonna try to put this in here. And if we don't have enough space, I'll just go ahead and make my wrap for tomorrow now. Bork, 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 yes. Rusty loves borking. That actually looks like it's enough room. Cool. I think this is pretty great. So I'll post the recipe for that in the Discord after I'm done streaming. So you guys can try it if you want. I'm not sure what else to do. So I did that. I got this this soft tofu to try to make some sort of like yogurty breakfast stuff for MVP. But I'm not sure what to do with it. Yeah, Bookworm, that's what I'm planning on doing with it. I even have microwave rice, so I don't have to worry about cooking that separate. Homemade vegan yogurt, tofu yogurt. Let's see. No fat, but it has 3 grams of sugar per serving. Has potential. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to find someone else's recipe that doesn't have anything added to it. Like, Weight Watchers, you're basically trying not to have much fat and no added sugar, so made with 2 basic ingredients. Let's check this one. Oh, that's like actual yogurt. You're basically like taking soy milk and putting a probiotic capsule in it and then heating it up and letting it sit for like 3 days. That's not gonna work. This one just says to whip tofu. I'm not sure. I don't know how she feel about that. I think I'm gonna just wait and ask her if she wants to try something like that before I go through the work to do it, in case she doesn't like it. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything that I was gonna do today, you guys. Oh, hello. What's happening? Where's OBS? Hello, Lady Teardrop. Thank you for following. Today we prepared a bunch of vegetables for the week, and then I made a 0-point salad that I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and make my lunch because you guys are still here and I've caught up with everything that I'm gonna do. So let me grab my rice and put some of this stuff away. I got new shoes yesterday because the ones that I am currently wearing for work have like holes in them. It's not very professional, like when you're telling somebody, like trying to have a serious conversation, like sell them things and stuff, be responsible. Don't really take you seriously when you got holes in your shoes. So they're adorable and I will love them eventually. But you know, when you first start out with new shoes, they hurt your feet. That's how I'm feeling right now. So, I got my microwave rice. Whoop! You gotta break them in, yeah. I did try to wear them yesterday around the house. But my little toe knuckles are kind of in pain. Let me wipe this down. Need my wrap. And I'll use some of this lettuce too. I don't think, oh no, I'm on my last wrap. I don't think I have any cheese to put in there. That's okay. I could put some avocado in there. Let's do that. Do I have avocado already? Did I use that? I must have used some of it. Okay. Alexa, will you add wraps to the shopping list? Yay. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how I do wraps. If I can find my parchment paper. There we go. So, are you guys brown bag lunchers? Do you bring your lunch to work every day? I try to bring my lunch to work with me every day, but sometimes I forget. Or I'm just too lazy to make something. But I am surrounded by food all day. And there's always something for me to eat. Yes, wraps with a W. So, Bookworm, do you do wraps? I've had some really, really bad wraps, but I've been making some really good ones. You almost always have the same thing. So what do you usually bring to work? Sandwiches? Sandwiches are good. I don't like eating that much bread, and I know that wraps are made out of bread, but I typically prefer wraps because they're lighter. But that's just me. I also like sandwiches, but when I make a wrap, I have a tendency to put like a ton of hummus in there. And if you put it on a sandwich, it's just gonna like fly out the other end. Fruit and yogurt, good. MVP likes yogurt, and with the Weight Watchers, you can still eat it. But non-dairy yogurt has a tendency to be really high in fat, so like a serving is still like 6 points. So I'm gonna have to try to order her some that's made out of soy and no sugar, and then that'll be 1 or 0 or 1 point. I think she might be home, actually. I heard a door. My guess is that she's home. She's home!
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm still streaming,
Hi, stream.
but I'm almost done. I was done cutting all my vegetables, and I made the salad, so I decided to make my lunch with it.
I probably smell real bad.
Then I don't.
Do I smell like plasma cutter?
I don't smell anything.
Great.
So. Well, that didn't work. I already put my scissors away. What are you doing?
I'm looking at who's in your chat. Hi, Target. Oh. I'm looking at the screen.
We've been talking about lunch since I'm making a wrap. I need scissors.
Oh.
They're in the way.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, so I was telling everybody that one of the reasons I made this for the both of us is like you can eat it on its own or like on top of some lettuce. I can eat it in a wrap. Right. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So, look, Ma, I bork. Bork, bork, bork. Yes, that's cute. Ouch, hot!
I think we have our sweater on.
Yes, it was cold. It was cold in here.
Hi, Bookworm.
Where's my spoon? Okay. I still need avocado. And then I'm gonna put some lettuce on it.
Rusty had some tofu this morning.
He did?
And a tomato.
Yeah. He was very excited when I got home. He wanted to play fetch, and I felt really bad.
Does his foot hurt?
Well, because I didn't want to, because his foot hurts, you know? Like, he's like, play, play, play. And I'm like, hey, why don't we maybe not do that? I don't want you to actually hurt yourself. Like, it's bothering him, obviously, but I don't want to make it so that it actually hurts.
Yeah, he hasn't been crying. He limps, but he doesn't cry or whine.
Yeah,
or anything.
that's what I was saying.
Have another nectarine, Bookworm.
Nectarines?
Yes.
Oh, I love nectarines. How do you pick the perfect avocados? So, you always get one that's already black, but still kind of firm, slightly squishy. And then when you get home, you put it in the refrigerator. I buy them when they're ripe and then refrigerate them so they stop. Well, they don't stop aging completely, but it will slow the process down to the point where you can keep it in there for a few days. I actually have a guy, because I do work in a grocery store. I have a guy who comes, hello.
You wanted to snip it.
I have a guy who comes in and asks me to pick his avocados for him. I try to teach him, but, you know, he's old.
He just likes for you.
That's what I'm there for. Whatever.
Oh no, Bookworm only had one.
You only had one nectarine. What? You gotta plan for these
plan
things.
better for next time.
I mean, I have 0 nectarines, but I would have had 2, just in case. Okay. So this is it. You want to make sure you put the lettuce on top so that you can, like, squish it and not get your hands all dirty. Oh no! Oh no! Epic failure. So don't listen to me. Actually, it's these wraps' fault because they're whole grain. We're just gonna leave it. I usually get the regular white ones, but they didn't have any last time I bought them. So now we got a hole in our wrap, but it'll still be delicious. There you go. That's it. I also don't have any rubber bands, I'm pretty sure, so I'm gonna use... What? Where?
In the drawer.
Oh, somebody got me some rubber bands. Yay! What? Awesome. The wrap couldn't contain all the awesome, that's right. I promise next time when I make one, I'll have the right wraps, and it won't break into a million pieces. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you that I'm a good wrapper. And with that, we have concluded this episode of Clem Can Cook. It can help to warm up the wraps, yes. I do usually do that, but I kind of had the feeling that it was going to break anyway, so I just skipped that step. Also, I was kind of hoping that the rice, putting the rice on the bottom, because it just came out of the microwave, would warm it up a little bit, but that didn't do anything. I think your wrapper name should be Lettuce on Top with 3s. That's cute. Need to get some gold chains and stuff. That's not really my style. That is really funny though. But yeah, that's it everybody. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you had a good time. Like I said, not a whole lot of exciting stuff. It was vegetable prep day, but you still showed up. So I'm thinking you had a good time. I'm hoping that you did, and I'm glad if you did. And I will be back tomorrow to try my hand at making spice mixes, and then I'll probably use one of them to make a curry. Even though I already have some curry sauce, I want to start experimenting with these. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, come back, and we will do it all over again. Empty cabinets and all. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm going to put the theme song back on, roll the credits, and we're just gonna call it done. Because I don't feel like finding someone to raid. But yeah, thank you guys again for coming. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.